Yeah.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. It's just conversation, you know?
Yeah. I'm originally from Chicago, but I moved here about 6 years ago, and I'm in the process of just a lot of the problems of getting my SSI restarted because I was hit and run, and I'm disabled, but I haven't been able to collect those. So I have back pay coming, but it's been a real hassle because they've closed a lot of offices and due to COVID and everything, and so through those hassles and everything else, and it's been a difficult road, but I'm hoping that I get my SSI and get some housing.
Well, tell me about, you said you were born in Chicago?
Yeah, Chicago originally, and then I grew up there partially, and then grew up in California too. My parents moved there.
Yeah. Tell me about Chicago. Start there. You were born with, you were raised with mom and dad?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They got a divorce in California, but...
Well, at least not Chicago.
Right.
But any siblings?
Yeah, one brother, one sister.
So tell me about your home life. What was that like?
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
Growing up, my brother was 4 years older, my sister 1 year older, so we were really close because our parents weren't getting along, so us kids were really close.
Oh, right, so you guys stuck together.
Yeah, my brother was really great about taking care of us and watching over us.
So tell me some good memories. As an older, I'm sure you had an older brother. My guess is he introduced you to a lot of good music and all kinds of good stuff.
That's one thing, he let me play his records and stuff, and I play music myself now, but that was one of the things he allowed me to do, and I made sure I didn't scratch him or anything, so I heard a lot of 70s music, a lot of, different music that was, he loved music too, so that helped me on my way to learn. Now I play drums and lead vocals and guitar.
In and out of bands, my guess is.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here, man.
Yeah, it's hard to stay employed in a band.
Yeah. I guess you really make it, but
Yeah.
that's rare. That's a rarity.
Yeah.
So you guys, at what age did you guys move to Chicago?
I was only like 5 or something like that. My brother was 4 years old, like I said, he's around 9. So I don't have a lot of memories of Chicago. But we moved to San Francisco, and
What was the reason, you know?
my mom wanted to be closer to her parents,
Sure.
and then they ended up getting divorced. And
Yeah. How old were you? You remember the divorce?
yeah, I sort of. It was, I think I was around 9-ish. But yeah, they got divorced, and they weren't getting along, so it was probably best.
Yeah, I think it's pretty common.
Yeah.
Happens to about half of married people out here.
But at least I got to spend a lot of time with my grandparents because they weren't getting along. I was the youngest, so
Oh, gotcha.
I got a lot of time with them. So that was wonderful.
So you went to school in San Francisco, high school?
Right. High school.
You get
Right.
to college? You get to college?
Yep, I went to college, and
And what were you doing in college? What did you study?
business administration, finance.
Oh, nice. And
Yeah.
did you graduate with a degree?
Almost got my
close.
degree. I ended up running small businesses, and so I didn't have time to do it. And I was pretty well maintained on my businesses, so I did that.
There's no need.
Yeah, there was no need.
Makes sense. And then while you're doing all that stuff, do you have a spouse or
I
kids?
did have a
or-
fiance that we were together for 7 years, so
Long time.
long time. Yeah, and that was in Virginia. I moved to Virginia to go to college, and I went to University of Virginia. So I did finish my business administration and finance undergrad, and then I started on my business administration in the University of Virginia.
Gotcha.
So I went there for a while too, but I started another business and got too busy and just ended up buying a house and with my fiance.
Oh, so you guys bought a house and
Yeah.
everything. Any kids?
No kids. No, we were planning on it, but ended up losing her, so it's one of those things that was tough.
Yeah, that's tough. So when that ended, you came back. You came this way to Washington? or-
No, at first I was in Virginia for 19 years, and I moved up to Richmond after I lost my fiance. I was in Charlottesville, Virginia, and then I decided to go back to California, so I went back to California, the Bay Area, to see my brother and be closer to him and my sister and stuff. So I ended up being there for a while, and then I moved to Austin, Texas for music. I was there for 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
And that's actually where I was hit and run and disabled. So
Tell me about that if you're open to that.
yeah, I started playing guitar, but I wasn't. I sang and did that. But I found out that I could write and So I actually had people interested in me. I was doing sound, so I did sound and all kinds of stuff in clubs in Austin, Texas, and played. So I did a lot of different things.
So when you got hit, did that alter things?
Oh yeah, I did for a while. I was in a wheelchair. So
well, tell me what happened.
yeah, I got hit and run. I was walking with my guitar, coming back from work, and I didn't want to drink and drive, so I was just walking with my guitar back to where I was staying at. And a guy came under overpass speeding and hit me. They imagined between 45 and 50 miles an hour, but it's supposed to be only doing 20 or something like that. So he definitely killed me actually, and I was actually in the hospital in a wheelchair for a long time and had to rehabilitate to get out of the wheelchair. I got a titanium rod from here to here, broken back, and all kinds of stuff from it. So they disabled me physically when I got hit and run.
How long ago was that?
Back in 1999. Quite a while ago.
Tell me about this after that. What was the...
Well, I went to Austin, Texas. I stayed in Austin, until I got out of the wheelchair and I started playing music and everything. And
Okay, you brought that.
yep, and I was doing that. And thing is that I had a heat stroke because I was in a wheelchair and also out of a wheelchair. But it was one of the hottest years on record in Texas, and I ended up doing a show and having a heat stroke. So my doctor advised I move out of Texas. So.
Right, good advice, I guess.
Yeah, so I went to Venice Beach and I played music there in Santa Monica and Santa Barbara. So I ended up playing.
So this time, were you housed or were you not housed?
I was housed then.
So when you went to Venice, you were housed.
Yeah.
And you moved to Venice, got a job.
Right. I stayed and I played in the boardwalk and also played in Santa Monica Boulevard.
I know that.
Yeah.
So then you came up here?
Yeah. I came here. Well, I came here afterwards because I wasn't sure where to go, but I was looking at Portland or Oregon or Washington. I actually didn't mean to come here, but somebody gave me a ride, and then the person that we were going to do work for, he had houses that he was remodeling. So he ended up getting kicked out, so I ended up getting kicked out too. So I ended up here. That's pretty much why I've stayed. But I'm trying to get out of here.
So are you housed or are you not housed?
Not right now.
So when you got kicked out, that was when you became unhoused?
Right.
How long ago was that?
That's been since I've been here 5 years.
Oh, for 5 years.
Yeah. I've been off and on very little, that I've had housing. So I didn't plan on staying here was part of it. I didn't apply for Section 8. I kept trying to leave and other things kept happening, So it kept, causing me problems to, being able to stay. I was trying to get out of here, not apply for Section 8 housing right now.
And you're still trying to get out of here?
Yeah.
Where would you go if you got out of here?
That's a good question. I've been looking at different places. I thought about going back to Virginia, but I want to make sure that I've got housing and everything there.
Well, you have an older brother. Is he still around?
Yeah, I've got to get in touch with him in Fremont. So
Fremont, like right here?
No, Fremont, California.
Okay, gotcha.
But the thing is, I haven't been in touch with him. I lost touch with him, so that's one of the things that I'm working on, trying to get his information so I can get in contact with him.
And what about your sister?
Sir, same thing. Lost contact with her, so I've tried a couple times, but even case managers haven't been able to figure out where they are and stuff. So I definitely want to get in touch with them.
Folks still around?
No, they're passed off. So I definitely want to get in touch with my brother and sister first. And then I might move near them or something like that. My sister was in Florida, but I don't know where she is now. And I've heard through when they're checking if she's gotten divorced, so I don't know where she is. I don't know if she's in Florida or if she's moved on or back to California, or I have no idea.
Right. My guess is she doesn't know where you are either.
No, that's the thing is I don't want them to think that I'm dead or lost, or it's not through a fault of mine that I've actually tried to get in touch with them and stuff and haven't been able to.
Yeah. So how long have you been in Ballard specifically?
Ballard, I've been off and on for the last year. Yeah.
Gotcha.
This is free. You want to go take a survey?
Have you experienced a sweep?
Yeah. In fact, I was in the park here a couple years ago when actually I've been a couple years here, but they made everybody leave and they swept us out, but nowhere to go after that. So it was really kind of a drag because they weren't offering alternatives and they just kicked everybody out. And they had to move, but no place to go. And the case managers that I tried to develop contacts with all failed me, and it didn't come through on calling me back or returning my calls or trying to give me housing. And I kept trying to contact them, and I ended up giving up. So a lot of the case management in Seattle has failed me. In fact, last time I was in a place, they were supposed to get a number of things for me, and I still haven't gotten a phone. I've been waiting on that for 2 weeks again. The only thing they helped me to get was my ID back, but other than that, they were supposed to do a lot of things, and I was there for 2 months, but the case manager at LS was bad, so I ended up leaving because...
My guess is that system's pretty backed up.
Yeah.
My guess is...
Well, the thing is, it's, having case manager, but it was ineffective because they made promises. They were supposed to do these things, and they didn't do them.
Maybe overpromised, I don't know.
Right, I don't know. But they're supposed to help with getting another phone and with, different housing and all this, and they did not come through.
Yeah. Mike, what would you want the people of Seattle to know?
Well, that I'm not out to hurt anybody or do anything like that. I don't have a violent past. And just that we're normal people that are caught in different situations. I've been trying to get out of here and get my feet back under me, but because of shutdowns of government and SSI being turned off and on and, and COVID and all this, that I'm owed backup pay and I can't even get right now. So, I've got to wait for that and all the stuff that I've got to do. And I've been waiting over 2 weeks even on the phone. And so now I've got to go and try and reapply. So because that's holding me up from even being able to contact people, get work or do anything. I'd like to at least get, because I'm SSI, but at least get part-time work until I get my money. And then once I get that, I can leave.
Anything else?
I just wish people were more receptive to those who are out here, that we're not all, in a situation because we want to be or because we're doing drugs or things. It's just that situationally some of us are stuck, where we can't even get our funding and other situations, and I don't have bad intentions towards people, but that's a lot of people are pretty cold and don't really, they just pretty much want people that are homeless out, instead of helping, and they're continually pushing people out, but then there's nowhere to go, and it's a bad situation. So I'm looking to get out another housing, at least temporarily. So I'm hoping for that. I've got to find out more about it. But I got to get a different case manager.
Any more music on the horizon?
Not right now. I'd like to be, but right now I can't even do that because it's not good to have a guitar out in this weather and in a place to keep it and all that, where it's safe and all that. So right now it's on the back burner, unfortunately.
Well, thanks for your time, Mike.
Thank you.
It's good to hear your story and hear your voice. Appreciate it.
Thanks.